Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Tuesday, May 24th, 2016. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The Ministry of Agriculture today held a launching ceremony to issue the first set of identification cards to farmers on Nevis. Felicia Liebert has that story.
The Department of Agriculture, in celebrating its 4th annual Agriculture Awareness Month, is hosting a month of activities which began on the 1st of May. One of the activities was the launch of the Farmers Identification Card, which took place today at the Red Cross Headquarters Conference Room. Director of Agriculture Keith Lee Emery outlined a few of the requirements for attaining the Farmers Identification Card.
So the yield parameters is something very important that we looked at. The use of irrigation, pesticides, and all the other technological advances that have come into play, and what we have been encouraging you to use. Once you started adopting those practices, that is another criteria that we look at. From a veterinary point of view, that you have been utilizing the services, you're up to date with your housing, the marketing services, etc.
Emery implored the farmers to value their identification cards.
We are asking everyone to treat this identification card as a treasure. It's something to identify you as a farmer, someone who is providing food security here on Nevis. Very, very important.
Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, commended the farmers for taking the extra step towards becoming registered.
This is an investment in you. And as such, we are here this morning because of this proud initiative, and to say thanks to you to start with, and to ensure that this initiative would be embraced by all of you and all of the farmers here on the island of Nevis. I've heard the word bona fide farmer being used before. But I want to say to all of us who are budding farmers, practicing farmers, to exert some extra effort or some more effort in what you do to make sure that you make this industry one that we can all be proud of in years to come. So I want you to embrace this initiative, understand it's being done for you, and whatever benefits are to be derived, we're hoping that you'll maximize those benefits.
Speaking on behalf of the farmers was McLevin Truss.
I would really want to, on behalf of all the farmers, extend congratulations to the Ministry, Department of Agriculture for taking this initiative. It's long coming, but I think the timing is invaluable. From this day going forward, we could look at it as being a group that is well respected in our society. Farmers, we know that we put the food on the table, so people have to look to us before they could eat. So let's all bond together and welcome this initiative and say thanks to the Department, Ministry of Agriculture and all the staff, and I'm hoping that going forward that this could only be a sign of good things to come where farmers are concerned.
Chairperson of the ceremony was Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Eric Evelyn. The theme for Agriculture Awareness Month is adapting to climate change to achieve greater food security. I'm Felicia Liebert reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Thanks, Felicia. The start of good things to come, that is how the Ministry of Tourism is describing New River Day, a new initiative which was hosted for the first time by the New River Farmers Cooperative Society on Friday, May 20th. The New River Farmers Cooperative Society partnered with the Ministries of Agriculture and Tourism to pull off the all-day event, which featured a sale of agricultural produce and a traditional Nevisian cuisine, as well as a tour of the former sugar plantation.
The Ministry of Tourism over the years have seen the New River Basin basically as a cash cow for the economy. For those of us who are not aware, New River was the last sugar plantation that produced sugar cane on the island, or sugar. And we have sought over the years to create a museum here. What we are seeing here is contributing to that vision. as a living museum. Our intention is to not only have tours, but also to have events like this. We are hoping to plant some sugarcane on that side of the property, just beyond that, where the tents are, so that when persons visit, they can have a bit of cane juice, maybe some products from sugar like sugar cakes, tarts, etc. And so we want to incorporate the whole aspect of tourism and agriculture in one particular area.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Carl Williams, was one of the speakers invited to address the event's opening ceremony.
Many of us also are not aware that we have the Frenchman's Cave, a very historical area just on the other side of the road, which is also one of our sites that tourists like to visit. Further to the coast, we also have the Lime Keel and an old Amerindian site. And so all of this we are hoping to incorporate in the whole New River experience. It would be the ministry's wish that farmer or a farmer can plant some cassava, a field of cassava here at New River. So when we have similar activities, we can have cassava flour, cassava bread, and other things made from cassava. Because I am visioning that this activity is only the start of good things to come.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Carl Williams. While in Penghu County, Taiwan, for a 2-day visit from May 22nd to 23rd, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris made an official call on leader of the Penghu County government, Kwan Fu-chen, where he held talks about bilateral cooperation in the area of tourism and the fishing industry. County Magistrate Chen noted the strong relationship that Taiwan has with St. Kitts and Nevis and reiterated his goodwill to assist in the area of tourism and fisheries. In particular, Chen said that Penghu County will host the Congress of the Most Beautiful Bays in the World in 2018 and issued an invitation to the government of St. Kitts and Nevis to participate. Prime Minister Harris noted that St. Kitts and Nevis also has some beautiful beaches and bays and is looking forward to participating in the international conference to see how it could further advance the country as a premier tourist attraction. Prime Minister Harris thanked the Penghu County government for sponsoring the 2-day trip. The Prime Minister is leading a delegation which comprises Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Amory and Mrs. Amory, Attorney General, the Honorable Vincent Byron and Mrs. Byron, and the Director General of the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, Lesroy Williams. The delegation was also expected to visit Penghu National Scenic Area Administration, the Marine Life Propagation Station, Kui Bisan Geological Park, Youth Activity Center of China Youth Corp, and the Penghu Fireworks Festival. Still to come, ECCB expresses concern over increases in bank fees and charges. The details after this break.
Celebrating the old, showcasing the new. Culturama 42.
Regional HIV Testing Day is Friday, June 24th, and free testing is available here so you can know your status. Getting an HIV test is a smart and responsible thing to do for your well-being and that of the ones you love. Get info from ilivup.info on the web. Regional Testing Day for 9 years, an initiative of the Caribbean Broadcast Media Partnership, supported by PANCAP and Scotiabank.
Are you positive? You are negative. Live up today.
Community development activities build stronger and more resilient communities.
Come you, come me, come let us unite and make a better Nivision community. Our community, our commitment, our concern.
Welcome back. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, is encouraging commercial banks operating within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU, to explain to their customers and the public at large their rationale for the increases in fees and charges. In a release issued yesterday, Monday, May 23rd, the ECCB said it is concerned about the increase in commercial banks' fees and charges across the ECCU and the effects on depositors. The ECCB advises that it does not have the powers to regulate commercial banks' fees and charges. Individual banks determine their fees and charges. The issue of bank fees and charges has been discussed by the Monetary Council, which is the highest decision-making body of the ECCB and comprises the 8 ministers with responsibility for finance in the ECCB member countries. At its 83rd meeting held on November 6, 2015, the Monetary Council approved several recommendations related to bank fees and charges, including establishing an office of the Ombudsman for Financial Services to mediate on behalf of customers with complaints and address other dispute resolution matters, establishing a working group to review commercial banks' fees and charges, including the compilation of data from the ECCU and other jurisdictions within CARICOM, and to report its findings and recommendations to the Monetary Council, and encouraging the ECCU Bankers Association to use moral suasion to establish a defined range of fees for various products and services which would be published. The ECCB is encouraging customers to remain calm, carefully consider their banking options, and determine what services best meet their needs at this time. To celebrate the island's heritage, Four Seasons Resort Nevis is offering vacationers what it has dubbed the Hamilton's Perfect Union Package, named after the preamble of the U.S. Constitution, of which Alexander Hamilton was the 27th signatory. History and culture abound on Nevis, and Four Seasons Resort Nevis says it is the perfect Caribbean vacation for couples on the tropical island paradise, Hamilton's birthplace and childhood home. Hamilton's Perfect Union Package combines romance, luxury, and relaxation, and follows in the childhood footsteps of the U.S. founding father, who has been memorialized as a major influencer during the formation of the Republic. Hamilton's Perfect Union couples will visit the Museum of Nevis History and neighboring Hamilton House, see artifacts, and learn about the strategic role Nevis played during colonial-era power struggles, and step into the actual structure that was Hamilton's home. The vacation package also includes a private guided hike through Hamilton Estate, once a sugar plantation of the Hamilton family from the 18th through mid-20th centuries. And an intimate candlelit beach dinner will be accompanied by a Nevisian historian who will share stories about the island's culture during Hamilton's time. Hamilton's Perfect Union Vacation Package is applicable for 3-night or longer stays from May 19th through December 28th, 2016. For more information, visit www.fourseasons.com/Nevis. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Good night.